Benny Blanco from the Bronx, Cabin White. I am right back with another football reaction, and this time round, big things popping, big things looking up for the Harambee Stars. I think earlier today when I released my previous video on the preview of this game between Kenya and Seychelles, I did predict a 3-0 drubbing by Kenya to Seychelles, and they outdid expectations. I think the last time we had such a score line was way. I don't know if in between there has been a bigger win than that, but there was a time that we beat Djibouti 9-1. Yeah, I remember that very, very well. But this time round, I think in the World Cup qualifiers, we have done really well to beat Seychelles for 5. Yeah, and I did mention that one particular striker, Wesley Ogam, is in really hot form, and I think things are looking up for him, considering that he scored a brace today. He scored the first goal, and which one? Is it the third goal? I think so. I suppose so. You see that he has scored 3 goals in the last 2 matches. Combine it with Chan, he has scored 3 goals in Chan. So totally he has scored 6 goals. Yeah, so looking at it in totality, he's in really good form, in fine form. I think when he's going to Austria to play for Wolfsberger AC, he should be starting because he knows his way to the goal. Yeah, so Kenya winning this convincingly, and we did mention that Kenya is supposed to win comfortably. So the goals coming courtesy of Ogam in the 6th minute, and then Sichenje made it 2-0 in the 34th minute, and then Ogam added his second and last goal of the game in the 37th minute. So it was just a gap of 3 minutes, and Kenya went 3-0 up. And then man like Olunga, our captain, scored from the penalty spot to make it 4-0, and then ended up grabbing his brace in the 66th minute, ensuring that Kenya finishes the game with maximum points and also getting some goals to go with it. So it bodes well even with the standings in the current table when you look at it. Not that Kenya is qualifying for anything through this, but just to mention that Kenya has now reclaimed the 4th position with 9 points, but of course the Gambia, Burundi, Gabon, and Cote d'Ivoire have a game in hand. So it's only Seychelles and Kenya who have played 8. So it's 2 more matches to go. If they win all of them, it's 6 points to add to whatever is already there. So as it stands, Burundi haven't played a game yet, and they are a point above Harambee Stars. So probably the next matchup would be Kenya against Burundi away, and we hope that Kenya will do well. So one thing that I was saying in terms of looking at the outlook of these matches, with it being a dead rubber, really, it should be a point for us to sit back and reflect, and probably we could say our football starts today. So even if we have been knocked out, how do we start bringing on board the building blocks to a successful team going forward? So we would say that this is a good step going forward. And the starting lineup that was put out today, for me, I felt it was a pretty convincing team. I don't think even for the naysayers, they would be looking at it in terms of the coach didn't manage to give a good squad, but he really put out the best team to start out the game. Yeah, and we see how we will be going forward. Yeah, aside from that, what can we pick from this? I think being clinical as a team. Uh, we are not used to such scorelines, but even when we get to meet up with the big boys within these competitions, we hope that Kenya will be able to put on a good show and win convincingly, not just your usual 1-0s, 1-1s, 0-0, and playing out to a draw when you're away, but you can also be able to do what to other teams what Gambia did to us at home. So like you doing such things away. Yeah, so it was really, really good to see, even for the fans, considering that today is a Tuesday. The match happened at 4 p.m. Usually being a working day, and also by that time not many people are out of work, but they squeezed themselves, made time to go support the team at Kasarani. That was a really good showing from the fans, and I think this should be emulated, that even though the team is playing a dead rubber match, you usually say that when someone is down, that's when they need you the most. So in as much as Harambee Stars are out of the qualifiers, not out of the they are still in the qualifiers, but out of any placement into the World Cup, then they really need motivation from the fans. They need to play for something. So even if there is no prize at the end, at least they are playing for the fans and showcasing their talent to the fans. Yeah. The other thing that is worth noting is also that we kept a clean sheet for this particular matchup. We could argue that, well, Seychelles were the whipping boys in this group, but the thing about football is that you always face the opponent in front of you. So whoever you're given, you just have to do the job. Because just imagine if we drew or we lost, what would anyone say about us? What would anyone say about the coach? So because of that and all these situations, we just have to hold our heads high and hope for the best, support the coach, support the players, and also take this vibe and this enthusiasm into football within the country, our local clubs, and ensure that we support them very well for them to produce good players that will represent us well in the national team. Yeah, so Kenya won, which is a good thing. So it wasn't a waste of time. It is never a waste of time when you're going to enjoy a game of football. So for now, I think that's what we have for today. And we hope for better tidings, continuous good tidings such as those subsequently and moving forward. Yeah, so I don't know if you got your prediction well for this matchup. For me, I predicted a 3-0, but it ended up being even better, a 5-0. Yeah, so that's it for today. Kindly do me a favor and subscribe to this YouTube channel, share with your networks so that we grow together, and like and hit the notification button and comment your feelings, your opinions about the game. Yeah, so until next time, it's a bye-bye from me.